Senate is about Nigeria and Nigerians.
Legislation that will enhance our security, will bring about sound economy.
10th Senate reiterates commitments to work for the betterment of Nigeria and Nigerians.
We are going to do a serious opposition, but very constructive.
And opposition senators promise cooperation and constructive criticism of the executive. Hello and welcome to Inside the Senate, your window into the activities of the Red Chamber at the National Assembly. The 10th Senate was inaugurated on the 13th of June, after which it proceeded on a 3-week break. But before embarking on that recess, a dinner was organized in honor of the Senate President and his deputy, details of which we shall bring to you on this episode of the program. We shall also bring to you an interview with Senator Kawu Sumaila from Kano South, where he speaks about the 10th Senate, its new leadership and plans for Nigeria. I am Hussaina Amina Aboki, your anchor, urging you to stay tuned.
The agenda of the lawmaker want to make law
to ensure peace and security of this country.
My main aim is to do the core mandate.
Representation that will bring a lot of improvement.
Thanks for staying tuned. The 10th Senate got inaugurated on Tuesday the 13th of June 2023 with the senators-elect taking the oath of allegiance in what is termed a historic event. Same day, the leadership of the 10th Senate emerged with Senator Godswill Akpabio as the Senate President and Senator Barrow Jibrin as the Deputy Senate President. One of the things the Senate did before it went on the recess was to set up a welfare committee to take care of the welfare of the senators inaugurated on Tuesday the 13th of June 2023. Senate President Godswill Akpabio made the announcement on the 14th of June 2023. Members of the committee include Isa Jibrin, Kogi East, Chairman; Darlington Nwakocha, Abia Central, Vice Chairman; Epeyong Asuko, Cross River South; Salifu Mustafa, Kwara Central; Mukhtar Nduse from Katsina South; Francis Fadaunsi, Oshun East; Shuaibu Salisu, Ogun Central; Aminu Abbas, Adamawa Central; and Ibrahim Dankwambo, Gombe North. Others are Ireti Kingibe, FCT; Idiat Adebule, Lagos West; Ipalibo Banigo, Rivers West; Dave Omahi, Ebonyi South; Impigi Barinada, Rivers Southeast; and Bomai Ibrahim Mohammed, Yobe South.
Almost a week or 2 weeks to complete their work. So the clerk, you lead them and direct them as appropriate.
To honor the Senate President and his deputy, Senator Mukhtar Nduse from Katsina South hosted a dinner, and inside the Senate crew was present to bring you sight and sound of the event. Let's have that story.
Several of the newly sworn-in senators were present at a dinner hosted by Senator Muntari Dandutse in honor of the Senate President and his deputy. Those present at the event were Elder Statesman Dr. Umaru Murtala, Senator Ali Ndume, Senator Abu Ibrahim, Senator Mohammed Tahir Mungono, Senator Dave Umahi, Senator Abdulaziz Yara Adua, Tina Central, Haj Dahiru Manga, founder of Max Air, family, friends, and well-wishers. The arrival of the Senate President Godswill Akpabio was met with great reception. Senator Akpabio went round to greet and appreciate those present for coming out to celebrate him. In his address, the Senate President was full of appreciation to the host, Senator Muntari Dandutse.
Senator Dandutse, we are very proud of you. We are very proud of you. The 10th Senate will benefit a lot from your experience, from your integrity, from your wisdom, and your brotherliness. As Senate President of the 10th Senate, newly sworn in, newly inaugurated, I can tell you that whenever I see you, I have a lot of confidence that yes, indeed, I have people I can work with. You have particularly endeared yourself to me. You didn't disappoint me or disappoint our group.
Senator Akpabio encouraged Senator Dandutse to continue with the good works of building bridges of love.
I want you to continue to be yourself. Continue to build bridges across River Benue, across River Niger. Now we have the Niger Bridge, second Niger Bridge. Cross it and come to my state. Like you have honored us today. You have honored myself and my brother, Senator Barau Jibrin. We will also honor you. I will invite you for retaliation. I will invite you for retaliation, not like Idi Amin. But you can see a man who is a family man, not just loved by outsiders alone, but loved by members of his family. Please continue to support him in prayer, because every power on earth belongs to God, and God gives the power to whom He pleases. My prayer always is that God will grant you good health, and then God will grant your family peace. God will grant your family good health. You will not need to bother about tragedy, because none shall come near your home. I pray that Almighty Allah will continue to protect all of us.
In the same vein, while giving his address, Deputy Senate President Barau Jibrin appreciated the host and guests present at the event.
And I want to thank our dear brother, Senator Kawu for all that he has done to enhance the stability of this country. Why do I say so? The single Senator Nat'l was one of the few senators that began to initiate the stability group. A group that is interested in the stability of this nation and the peaceful coexistence of the people of this country. He did not only participate, but he went further to bring his own money to put into that effort.
Senator Jibril also thanked his other colleagues for their support, which sought the emergence of the leadership of the 10th Senate, describing it as a contribution to the unity and development of Nigeria.
My respected colleagues who are here present tonight.
Given his remarks, host of the dinner, Senator Danduti, was full of appreciation for the 10th Senate and its new leadership, as he dedicated the victory to God Almighty.
We dedicated this victory to God Almighty, who has helped us since from the beginning up to the end of this very important historic moment, which our Senate President has become the Senate President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Despite all obstacles and setbacks, we were able to achieve this very important development. And this development is for the peace and security of Nigeria and development, which was pursued by His Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Aswaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, with his key associates like Senator Abu Ibrahim, who has been working tirelessly to enhance this movement. We want to sincerely thank God and appreciate all that comes here, and we are grateful to God. We hope everybody will reach his home safely. Thank you, and God bless you.
Some senators at the event speak on the 10th Senate, its new leadership, and their plans for Nigeria.
Before even the party endorsed them, we were the first people that started calling other senators to support them, because we know what they are going to bring to the table in the 10th Assembly. Because these are people that have experience, they have exposure, that right from the beginning they will know what to do, and luckily for them they have the support of the presidency, the party, so it was not very difficult for them to make it.
This time around we hope as a Senate that we should be looking at reforms and also assisting in making the necessary and requisite laws that will help cushion some of the economic reforms the executives will be bringing up. Because like you all know, Nigeria is facing a different time now, especially with the removal of subsidy. There will be a lot of readjustment and realignment of every form of lifestyle we've been used to. So for some people it's a shock. but we must live with the reality of life and times. So as a Senate, the 10th Senate is promising a lot in order to help complement the executive to see that we alleviate poverty, assure security, because the most important thing is for any government is to assure the citizens of security of lives and property.
One of the chapters of the Constitution talked about federal character. And if we practice federal character, what it means is inclusiveness. So I'm very much convinced that the Senate President, the leadership of the National Assembly, will not overlook that. Because leadership, I continue to say, is of God. And God is just and fair. And when everybody is treated fairly and justly, then we have rejigged the country. Then we have reunited the country. Then we have reset the country. And I think President Bola Tinubu Ahmed, the Vice President Shetima Kashim, they have shown very serious capacity and courage. They have shown us that they came by the will of God, despite all the obstacles. So with the Senate President Akpabio and Abbas, it's like icing on the cake. They will complement the executive very seriously.
We have made the enabling laws to fight corruption, and we will continue to adjust, amend, and make fresh laws to ensure that corruption is eradicated to a large extent in Nigeria. And I would also want to tell you that apart from lawmaking, another way we can be of immense contribution is through oversight. And I think we are doing that. But I want to assure you that we will expedite action, that we will do more in terms of oversight.
The oversight is a very important segment of our jobs as legislators. The Senate President, in his wisdom, have said it, and he made it very clear that there will be serious oversight to know the functionality of government projects and others. And I believe that the 109 senators have pledged their allegiance to the Senate President, and we believe that the country is going to move forward.
Also speaking to journalists, Deputy Senate President Senator Barrow Jibril also stated that the 10th Senate is set to hit the ground running with legislations that will help better the lives of Nigerians.
Legislation that will enhance our security, will bring about sound economy, because the entire aspiration of people is within the confine of having sound economy in a way that people will begin to live a better life, begin to live better life in this country.
Those were highlights of the dinner held in honor of the new leadership of the 10th Senate. We will take a break here to open the Senate notebook. Keep watching.
Before both houses of the National Assembly can resume sitting, a proclamation has to be issued by an elected president. Members of the National Assembly do not have the powers to convene or inaugurate themselves. The Nigerian Constitution provides that the president has to issue a proclamation before both houses can hold their first session. According to Section 64, subsection 3 of the Constitution, the person elected as president shall have the power to issue a proclamation for the first session of the National Assembly immediately after his being sworn in, or for its dissolution as provided for in this section. Only after this proclamation has been issued can both houses be convened or inaugurated. Each assembly sits for a period of 4 years, counting from the day it was inaugurated.
Welcome back from that break. The newly inaugurated senators of the 10th Assembly, which comprises returning and first-time senators, have Nigerians expecting a lot from them. This is due to the many socio-economic challenges that the country is currently experiencing. Inside the Senate crew met and interacted with Senator Kawu Sumaila from Kano South to hear what he had to say about the 10th Senate and its new leadership, amongst other matters. He described the emergence of Senator Godswill Akpabio as what makes the 10th Senate unique.
We accepted the outcome of the election. I am against Akpabio from the first place. But when you look into the process, which lead to his emergence in that very day, I think it is often untransparent. They have their own day because of persuasion, interface from so many quarters. Therefore, some of our colleagues choose to support Fabio, and we accepted it. We congratulated all of us from the president downward because all of us take part in making the system active. He allowed us to do the normal politicking, and we have enjoyed the process and the exercise. I think it is very often and transparent. At the end, I am wishing the leadership well. We will support them to make Nigeria great.
Senator Sumaila spoke on what the relationship between the 10th Senate and the executive will be, stressing that the 10th Senate would cooperate with the executive on what is good for Nigeria and Nigerians.
We are going to do a serious opposition, but very constructive. We will oppose anything which is against Constitution and the tenet of democracy, but we are going to support anything which will promote unity, happiness, which will lead us to greater Nigeria.
According to Senator Sumaila, Nigeria needs to have a constitution that gives every Nigerian a sense of belonging.
We need to have a constitution where everybody will be proud that this constitution is taking care of my interest and your interest. Let the people own the constitution. Let the constitution be true guidance principle on how we are doing our governance. There are so many agitation in the country. Some are asking for federal system, fiscal federalism, issue of revenue, the sharing of the revenue, devolution of power. I means reducing the power of the federal government and the overbearing of the federal government to the states.
Senator Sumaila notes that he is an advocate of devolution of powers from the federal government to state government because every state or region has its unique challenges.
What is the business of federal government owning secondary school? Let transfer all the secondary school to the state. Let the federal government concentrate on tertiary education, research, and of course policy. And even the policies, they need to do it to attend our diversity. The type of education we need in Kano is different with the type of education he needs from his own area. Therefore, we need to sit down and have a holistic approach on our problem.
He adds that Nigeria needs a true reflection of federal character because it makes up part of the causes of issues facing the country today.
Some people want to succeed from Nigeria, break away, to go where? What is the reason of the agitation? Let us sit down, find a solution of it. And we will focus on federal character. It's another area which we need to look into. People are complaining of marginalization. What caused the marginalization? Is it in the political system or bureaucratic system or the way we are sharing our resources? Allocation of the resources. One of the characteristics of good governance is equity and equality in the distribution of resources in the country. As a leaders, we need to convince our followers that you are part and parcel of this great country, Nigeria.
As an experienced lawmaker, Senator Sumaila shares his personal legislative agenda in the 10th Senate.
I am interested in attending and retouching the national policy of education. We need to review it. We need to review it and make it in line with post-industrial revolution. We can't and we cannot afford to go alone. The world is going, and we must make sure that we catch the world. We need to review our curriculum, the way we are thinking, the way we perceive education, the way we are doing anything in education. Therefore, I'm very, very interested in that area. Vis-a-vis health, if you have a healthy society, the development will come. Water resources, there are so many advantages in water. Irrigation, which will give an employment opportunity to my constituency and Nigeria at large.
Another area where Senator Sumaila intends to make impact is the issue of herdsmen-farmers clashes.
We are confronting the challenge of planning farmers herders, so to say, conflict. We need to ask ourselves, what are the causes? One of the causes is to do with environment, current, to do with global warming, and so many because of the desert encroachment, because of our population, the way population is going. If you have a farm or from your own family, before you may likely be 10, but now you are almost 50, and the size is not increasing. It is the same with which your grandfather, your mother. Therefore, there are so many challenges on this area. Therefore, we need to sit down and discuss way out. Most of our security challenges are from there.
That was Senator Kawu Sumaila from Kano South speaking on his legislative agenda and that of the 10th Senate as the journey of the 10th Assembly kicks off. Our profile segment is next. Our Senator of the Week is the newly elected Deputy Senate President of the 10th Assembly, Senator Barau Jibrin.
Senator Barau Jibrin was born on 1st of January 1960 in Kabo local government area of Kano State. He holds a bachelor's degree in accounting, master's degrees in financial management and pricing, management and business administration (MBA). He also holds a certificate in financial management for business decisions from the prestigious Cornell University in the United States of America. After his initial higher studies, Senator Barau Jibrin worked briefly in the accounting department of the Kano State Foundation before he resigned in 1992 to begin his private flourishing business with vast interest in the manufacturing, insurance and the construction sectors of the Nigerian economy. His success in the private sector prepared him adequately to begin a process of championing the cause of his people through the instrumentality of politics. In 1999, Senator Barau Jibrin contested for the House of Representatives to represent Tarauni Federal Constituency of Kano State, which he won. While in the House of Representatives, he served as the chairman, House Committee on Appropriation. He was also a member of the House of Representatives Committee on Power. Upon the completion of his term at the House of Representatives, Barau returned back to private practice. He later served as the chairman of the Kano State Investment and Properties Limited, a company wholly owned by the Kano State government. He was appointed in 2001 to serve as a member of a committee set up by former President Olusegun Obasanjo to review the Nigeria's budgetary process. Senator Barau Jibrin was a one-time Commissioner of Science and Technology in Kano State and was appointed by the Kano State government as a member of the Kano State Business Incentive Committee in 2009. On his return to the electoral turf in 2015, Senator Barau Jibrin contested and won election to the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, representing Kano North Senatorial District on the platform of the All Progressives Congress (APC). At the Senate, Senator Barau was appointed Vice Chairman, Senate Committee on Petroleum Resources Downstream, and subsequently Chairman of the same committee. He was Chairman Senate Committee on Tertiary Institutions and TED Fund, as well as member Senate Committee on Niger Delta, Industries, Land Transportation and Appropriations. He was also Secretary of the Northern Senators Forum. Senator Barau Jibrin is a practicing Muslim, married and blessed with children. He was recognized with the award of Northern Senator of the Year in 2017 by the Nigerian Senate Press Corps. At the inauguration of the 10th Assembly, which held on the 13th of June 2023, Senator Barau Jibrin was elected as the Deputy President of the 10th Senate.
It is on that note we draw the curtains on this episode of Inside the Senate. Until I come your way again, do enjoy the rest of your week.